Hello, it gives me a lot of pleasure to meet you in this new English lesson on Honorwa TV. I wish you a good time, full of joy and benefit. Dear students, speech is made of words. These words could be verbs, nouns, prepositions, and others. In our lesson today, we are going to talk about two parts of speech, which are adjectives and adverbs. If you are ready to the lesson, please let's begin. First of all, we are going to differentiate between nouns and verbs. Look here, it's going to rain verbs and nouns. I want you to put each one in the suitable river. Let's begin. Zoo, verb or a noun? Good, zoo is a noun. What about play? Thank you, play is a verb. What about see? Good, see is a noun. Swim, a verb or a noun? Good, it's a verb. Eat, good, eat is also a verb, and song is a noun. Very good you are. Now we are going to have a reading activity. Let's read this text together. Yesterday in the zoo. Yesterday, I went to the zoo with my family. The zoo was crowded. There, all children were happy. They laughed loudly. The lion roared angrily. The kids were very afraid. The lion was very strong and it walked proudly in its cage. The kids were excited in front of the monkey's cage. It was funny. We gave it some bananas and it took the bananas quickly. The ostrich was amazing. It walked slowly and raised its small head over the cage. Kids were very astonished of its big body. We saw a beautiful horse. A child rode it and the horse danced well with that small boy. People were very excited. It was really a wonderful day. We took some funny photos for the animals. Then we returned home happily. Now, dear students, let's read the text once again. Yesterday, I went to the zoo with my family. The zoo was crowded. There, all children were happy. They laughed loudly. The lion roared angrily. The kids were very afraid. The lion was very strong and it walked proudly in its cage. The kids were excited in front of the monkey's cage. It was funny. We gave it some bananas and it took the bananas quickly. The ostrich was amazing. It walked slowly and raised its small head over the cage. Kids were very astonished of its big body. We saw a beautiful horse. A child rode it and the horse danced well with that small boy. People were very excited. It was really a wonderful day. We took some funny photos for the animals. Then we returned home happily. After we have read the text twice, let's go through some questions. Let's have our first question. How were the children in the zoo? How were the children in the zoo? Let's go back to the text to remember. In the text, all children were happy. All children were happy. So, let's go back to the question once again. How were the children in the zoo? Can you answer this question? Thank you. The answer is they were happy. Once again, how were the children in the zoo? They were happy. Let's go on. How did the lion walk in its cage? How did the lion walk in its cage? Let's go back to the text to find the answer. It walked proudly in its cage. It walked proudly in its cage. So, can you answer the question now, which is, how did the lion walk in its cage? Thank you. The answer is, the lion walked proudly. Once again, how did the lion walk in its cage? The lion walked proudly. Thank you. Let's go on. Was the monkey funny? Was the monkey funny? Let's go back to the text to find the answer. It was funny. It was funny. So, our question once again, was the monkey funny? Was the monkey funny? Thank you. The answer is yes, it was funny. Once again, was the monkey funny? Yes, it was funny. Let's go on. Why were the kids astonished? Why were the kids astonished? Do you remember? Let me remind you. Look here in the text. Kids were very astonished of its big body. It's the ostrich. So, what about the answer of our question, which is, why were the kids astonished? Great. The answer is because of the ostrich's big body. Once again, why were the kids astonished? Because of the ostrich's big body. Now, dear students, let's have another question, which is, how did the horse dance? How did the horse dance? Let's go back to the text to find the answer. The horse danced well. The horse danced well. So, what is the answer of our question, which is, how did the horse dance? Thank you. The answer is, it danced well. How did the horse dance? It danced well. Another question. How did they return home? How did they return home? Let's go back to the text to find the answer. We returned home happily. We returned home happily. So, what is the answer of our question, which is, how did they return home? Exactly. The answer is, they returned home happily. Once again, how did they return home? They returned home happily. Now, dear students, I'm going to leave you with a short break and I will be back. Stay with us, don't go away. Welcome back. Now, dear students, I'm going to discuss with you some examples. Ali is tall. Look at Ali. He is tall. Ali is 190 centimeters tall. This boy is tall. So, I want to describe Ali saying Ali is tall. Tall. I am describing Ali. Tall describes Ali, the noun. Tall is an adjective. It describes the noun, which is Ali. Let's go on. Look at this house. This house includes 9 rooms and it has a swimming pool and a big garden. So, is this house small? Of course not. It's big. So, I live in a big home. I live in a big home. I use the word big to describe the home. Home is a noun. So, in order to describe a noun, I use an adjective. The adjective here is big. So, I live in a big home. I live in a big home. Let's go on. Mom makes delicious cakes. Look at these cakes. They are delicious. Delicious is our adjective. We use this adjective to describe cakes. Cakes is a noun and we use delicious to describe the noun. Delicious is an adjective. Let's go on. What do you think of swimming? What do you think of swimming? I think swimming is interesting. Swimming is interesting. I use interesting to describe swimming. Interesting here is an adjective. Now, dear students, from all these examples, we can conclude that an adjective describes a noun or a pronoun, a person, a place, or a thing. It gives more information about the noun. Once again, an adjective describes a noun or a pronoun, a person, a place, or a thing. It gives more information about the noun. Thank you. Let's go on. Walid runs quickly. Walid runs quickly. Now the question is, how does he run? How does he run? He runs quickly. I'm not asking about Walid himself. I'm not asking about the person. I'm not asking about the noun. I'm asking about the verb, about the action. How does Walid run? Walid runs quickly. In order to answer this question, we use an adverb because this question is asking about the action, about the verb. So, how does Walid run? He runs quickly. Let's go on. Farah draws beautifully. Look at Farah. What is she doing? She is drawing. So, how does she draw? She draws beautifully. I'm not asking about Farah. I'm asking about her drawing, about the action, about the verb. So, the answer is beautifully. Here, we use an adverb in order to answer this question. How does she draw? How does she draw? She draws beautifully. She draws beautifully. Look, beautifully. This is an adverb and it comes after the verb. Let's go on. She writes neatly. How does she write? Thank you. She writes neatly. She writes neatly. Look at the position of the adverb. She writes neatly. Now, dear students, from all these examples, we can conclude that an adverb describes or gives more information about a verb. It tells us how the action is done. Once again, an adverb describes or gives more information about a verb. It tells us how the action is done. Let's go on. Now, here we have some adjectives and we are going to make an adverb, or we are going to form an adverb. Nice, nicely. What about slow? Thank you, slowly. Smart, excellent, smartly. And beautiful, very good, you are, beautifully. Notice, dear students, we add ly to the adjective. If you want to form an adverb, you are going to add ly to the adjective. Nice, nicely, slow, slowly, and so on. Let's go on. Look, dear students, here we have some adjectives which end with y. So what should we do? Look, we are going to change the y into I, then we add ly. Once again, we are going to change the y into I, and then we add ly. So happy, happily, heavy, heavily, angry, angrily. Very good, you are. Now, dear students, adjective plus ly gives us adverb. Look, slow plus ly, slowly. Let's go on. Happy plus ly, happily. Thank you very much. Now, dear students, from all these examples, we can conclude that regular adverbs are formed by adding ly to the adjectives. Once again, regular adverbs are formed by adding ly to the adjectives. Thank you. Let's go on. Dear students, we have some odd adjectives which end with ly. Let's remember them together. We have lovely, lonely, silly, and friendly. Those adjectives, you are going to memorize them by heart. Let's go on. Adjective and adverb. Look at Nada. Nada has a beautiful smile. Nada has a beautiful smile. Look at the girl. I'm talking about the girl, the noun. She has a beautiful smile. Here, dear students, I want to describe a noun which is smile. Smile is our noun. And because I want to describe a noun, I use an adjective. The adjective here is beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective. And in order to describe the noun, I have to use an adjective. Smile is a noun. So a beautiful smile. A beautiful smile. Let's go on. She smiles beautifully. How does she smile? She smiles beautifully. Look, the verb here is smiles, and in order to describe the verb or the action, I have to use an adverb which is beautifully. Beautifully is an adverb. We use it in order to describe the verb or the action. Once again, Nada has a beautiful smile. She smiles beautifully. Let's go on. Look at Rania. Rania is a shy girl. She is a shy girl. What is our noun here? The noun is girl. And in order to describe the noun, we use an adjective which is shy. What about the noun? Girl is the noun. So adjective describes the noun, a shy girl. Let's go on. She speaks shyly. How does she speak? Amazing. So we use the adverb in order to describe the verb. How does she speak? So the verb is speaks and the adverb is shyly. So I use an adverb to describe the verb. Let's go on. Sally is sad. She cries sadly. Look, Sally is sad. Sally is our noun and sad is our adjective. So noun and adjective. While in the second sentence we have a verb which is cries and we use an adverb to describe the verb. Cries is our verb and sadly is the adverb which describes the verb. Once again, Sally is sad. She cries sadly. Thank you very much. Now, dear students, look, Sarah is a good cook. Sarah is a good cook. She cooks well. Now, is Sarah a good cook? Yes, Sarah is a good cook. Good is an adjective. We use it to describe the noun, which is a cook. While look here, she cooks well. How does she cook? She cooks well. Here we have an irregular adverb, which is well. Well is used to describe the verb. Well is the adverb of good. Now, dear students, I want you to notice good is an adjective and cook is a noun, while cooks is a verb and well is an adverb. Dear students, look carefully. Sarah is a good cook. Good is an adjective, describes Sarah. She is a good cook. While, look here, well is an adverb, describes the action, which is cooking. Thank you. Let's have another example. The hare is fast. The hare is fast. It runs fast. It runs fast. Look at the first sentence. The first sentence has an adjective which is fast because we are talking about the hare itself, about the noun. While it runs fast, here we have an adverb. This adverb describes the action which is running. In the second sentence, I'm not talking about the hare itself. I'm talking about the action. I'm talking about running. So I say it runs fast. Here we have a regular adverb. Fast is an adjective and fast also is an adverb. Look, dear students, fast is an adjective. We use fast to describe the hare, the noun. While in the second picture, here, look, we are concentrating on the verb, on the action, which is running. So fast here is an adverb to describe how does the hare run. Thank you very much. Now, dear students, fast describes hare, which is a noun. Here, fast describes runs, which is a verb. Look, the exam is hard. Hadi studies hard. In the first sentence, here we have hard. This is an adjective to describe the noun, which is exam. While here we have hard, which is an adverb to describe the action or the verb, which is studying. Dear students, look carefully. Here we have hard, which is an adjective to describe the exam. The exam is a noun. While here we have hard, which is an adverb to describe the action, which is studying. Thank you very much. Now, dear students, hard describes exam, while hard describes the verb, which is studying. Now, dear students, we have here irregular adverbs. From all these examples, we can conclude that we have some irregular adverbs. And if you remember before, I told you about regular adverbs. Look, dear students, we have good, hard, and fast. What is the adverb of good? Can we add ly? Of course not, because good is irregular, so the adverb of good is well, while the adverb of hard is hard, and the adverb of fast is fast. Once again, good, well, hard, hard, fast, fast. Now, dear students, it's time to have a short break. I will be back. Stay with us. Don't go away. Welcome back. Dear students, before the break, we discussed adjectives and adverbs. Now, it's time to practice. Our first activity is describe the pictures using suitable adjectives. Once again, describe the pictures using suitable adjectives. Let's have our first picture. Look at this baby and use an adjective. Exactly. We can say the baby is cute. Also, we can say the baby is beautiful, the baby is happy, whatever. Let's go on. Look at this picture. Fruit and vegetables. So, the food is amazing. We can say this food is healthy, or we can say this food is delicious. Very good you are. What about this picture? Look at these kids and describe them. Thank you. The kids are happy. The kids are happy. You can also say the kids are beautiful. Let's go on. Look at this elephant. Can you describe it? Thank you. The elephant is big. The elephant is big. Thank you very much. Let's have another activity, which is complete with an adverb. Complete with an adverb. Let's have the first one. They laughed. Look at them. And here we have the adjective happy. You are going to form an adverb using this adjective. Thank you. They laughed happily. They laughed happily. Very good you are. Let's go on. Ali solves the problems easy. Amazing. Ali solves the problems easily. Once again, Ali solves the problems easily. Thank you very much. What about this one? The dog runs. Yes. Form an adverb. Thank you. The dog runs quickly. The dog runs quickly. What about this one? Cinderella dresses. How does Cinderella dress? Thank you. Cinderella dresses so beautifully. Cinderella dresses so beautifully. Now, dear students, let's have another activity which is complete with an adverb or an adjective. Once again, complete with an adverb or an adjective. Let's have our first one. Yusuf is a driver. He drives. Here, Yusuf is a noun. Driver is a noun. We need what? Remember. Thank you. Here we need an adjective in order to describe the noun. So Yusuf is a careful driver. Let me ask you, how does Yusuf drive? How does Yusuf drive? Amazing. He drives carefully. Once again, Yusuf is a careful driver. He drives carefully. Notice, careful describes a noun, which is driver, while carefully describes a verb, which is drives. Thank you very much. Let's have another one. Good and well, irregular adverb. Yes, read the sentence yourself and try to complete. Thank you. Ali paints well. He is good in painting. Once again, Ali paints well. He is good in painting. Notice, and this one, this is an adverb and this is an adjective. Let's go on. The students are what of their uniform? Proud or proudly? Thank you. The students are proud of their uniform. How do they wear it? They wear it proudly. Notice. Thank you. Let's go on to have another activity which is rearrange. Rearrange. Look, dear students. Here we have some words and you are going to rearrange them to have a sentence. Which one shall we start with? Amazing. We start with the, then after that, excellent, quiz, then is, thank you very much, and the adjective which is easy. So the quiz is easy. The quiz is easy. Let's have another one. Dog angrily barks the. Yes, start your sentence. Thank you. The, after that, great, dog, and amazing, the verb which is barks. How does the dog bark? Thank you. The dog barks angrily. The dog barks angrily. Now, dear students, let's have another activity which is correct the mistakes. Correct the mistakes. Look. Read this sentence yourself. Where is the mistake? The tortoise walks. Can we use an adjective after the verb? Exactly. So this is the mistake. And what is the correct answer? Slowly. The tortoise walks slowly because here we have a verb. And after a verb, we need an adverb. Thank you very much. Let's go on. Nada is it correct? So this is a mistake. We cannot use an adverb to describe a noun. So the correct answer is Nada is a nice girl. Nada is a nice girl because here we have a noun and we need an adjective to describe the noun. Thank you. Let's go on. Hani is shortly. This is wrong. Thank you very much. So the correct answer is Hani is short. Hani is short because here we have a noun. Let's go on. Sarah passed the exam. This is wrong. Thank you very much. We cannot say easy. We cannot use here an adjective because we have what? Here we have a verb. So to describe a verb, we need an adverb. Sarah passed the exam easily. Sarah passed the exam easily. Let's go on. I am hungry. This is wrong. Thank you very much. This is wrong. So what is the correct answer? I am hungry because here we have a pronoun. Now, dear students, let's have another activity which is read about Sami, find the mistakes, then correct them. Once again, read about Sami, find the mistakes, then correct them. I want you to read this text and find the mistakes yourself. Thank you. Now, let's together find the mistakes. Look, here is our first mistake. What about the second? Exactly. Where is the third? Very good you are. What about the last one? Amazing. Now, dear students, let's read the correct text. I had an easy exam this morning. I'm sure that I will pass it successfully. My parents will be proud of me. They will buy me a nice present. Once again, I had an easy exam this morning. I'm sure that I will pass it successfully. My parents will be proud of me. They will buy me a nice present. Now, dear students, we have come to the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching and goodbye.